The man accused of killing his 9-year-old daughter has pleaded not guilty.
Yeah, there's a lot to this case. Joining us right now is local attorney and legal expert Paul DerOhannesian. He's breaking down the latest in the case. Paul, thank you for joining us here.
Good to be with you, Rachel and Steve.
Let's talk about, this is a pretty unique case. They have the charges here in New York, but there's also charges in Canada for allegedly leaving his dog without food and water for multiple days while they were on vacation here in the States. How do those two cases balance? What goes first?
Probably the more serious one, which is the murder charge in New York State, but these other charges may be of interest. For example, is there animal abuse? Are there other incidents of contact with this child that may be of interest to prosecutors? Were there issues with his not paying for the child's support or issues like that? Things that might help explain what happened here in New York.
So let's say he gets sentenced here in New York for this case if found guilty. Would he stay here and serve his time here, or would he go back to Canada for that other case?
Most likely he'll have to do his time here first on the more serious charge.
Okay, interesting.
Now, you touched on this a bit, like the mindset, proving his mindset. His defense team's got a lot of work to do for him. The last we heard, the daughter was told, her mom, that everything was good. They were headed back up to Montreal, Canada, and from everything we'd known so far, it seems like this kind of just caught a lot of people by surprise. So I guess proving the mindset of their client here, Mr. Luciano Frattolin, is a big thing the defense has to do.
It's very important for the defense to try to explain if he did this, why, to try to diminish the level of responsibility, to bring down the charge perhaps from a murder to a manslaughter or negligent homicide. We don't have enough information, but it's really important to a defendant, if there's no way out of showing that he's the one responsible, why he did it, but also for the prosecutors. That's the big issue with a lot of child homicide cases, that jurors want to know why, what's the motivation, what triggered this.
Right.
In my experience, people just don't wake up one day and do this. There's something in the history here.
Yeah.
So what do they look for in that history to kind of try to nail that on him?
Something in the relationship, perhaps, something that triggered this. Whether there was like a reverse custody, he didn't want the responsibilities of taking care of a child, that could be it. Financial pressures. But again, that's what everyone is going to want to look for. And again, it's going to be more difficult because the information is in another country.
Yeah, and there's a lot to this case. It's just getting started for us, so I know we'll probably have you back here again, Paul.
Sure. Thank you, Steve.
All right.
Thank
Local
you,
attorney
Paul
Paul DerOhannesian, thank you for joining us.
My pleasure.